Recently, the nominations for the 2024 Oscar Awards were announced, and as always, it generated quite a bit of controversy. DiCaprio not being nominated for his role in the film Killers of the Flower Moon and Iron Claw not getting any nominations at all certainly raised some eyebrows. But by far, the biggest talking point were Greta Gerwig not being nominated for Best Director and Margot Robbie not being nominated for Best Leading Actress. It was so big that Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, and Hillary Clinton, yes, that Hillary Clinton, released official statements about it. People were talking about it on Twitter and talking about how it's a testament to the patriarchal world we live in. That a bold feminist movie like Barbie had the Ken nominated for Oscars, while the Barbie wasn't, which is a load of bullshit. Firstly, Barbie got 8 nominations. 8. Secondly, Barbie was nominated for Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay, an award that goes to the producer and the writer of the movie, respectively. In Barbie's case, Margot Robbie was a producer and Greta Gerwig was a writer. Thirdly, America Ferrera was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but nobody even praised her for it, even though she got the nomination for her performance in the Barbie movie. All these points I raised above are objective facts. Subjectively, I find it very insulting that people think that Barbie should automatically be nominated because there were a lot of good movies and good performances last year that were more worthy of the Oscar nominations than Barbie. I also find it hilarious that people call Barbie a girls' movie and a fun summer movie, not meant to be taken too seriously or criticized harshly, but still demand that it should be given the highest respect for the feminist messages. They frame it like Barbie is the first feminist movie to exist, and it is so infuriating because one of the movies that was released last year, Anatomy of a Fall, also had feminist themes and was a stronger movie in almost all aspects. The whole discourse has been very puzzling to me, and one question has been ringing in my head consistently. What is the reason for this ignorance? I'm honestly wondering, how do we come to this point where a movie about a plastic doll has so many people thinking that it's the best, most fun, feminist scripture they've ever seen? Why are so many people talking about Ken and Barbie like they are real people instead of characters played to varying degrees by paid professional actors? In 2019, legendary director Martin Scorsese had an infamous interview with Empire magazine. In this interview, he was asked about his thoughts on Marvel movies, to which he replied, "I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them, as well made as they are, with actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks. It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being." This sparked so much outrage at that time that he wrote an open letter explaining his points more clearly. In this letter, he added, "Many of the elements that define cinema as I know it are there in Marvel pictures. What was not there is revelation, mystery, or genuine emotional danger. Nothing is at risk. The pictures are made to satisfy a specific set of demands, and they are designed as variations on a finite number of themes." This back and forth has ensued ever since. Even till this day, interviewers still ask him about Marvel movies, and Marvel fans still criticize him about this take. Some Marvel fans even say things like Scorsese should understand that not everybody wants to watch pretentious movies like the ones he directed. Sometimes, people just want to watch fun movies. I am honestly baffled where this opinion came from, because Scorsese isn't exactly an obscure director that makes movies that are difficult to interpret. He made The Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island, Taxi Driver, Goodfellas. Like, these are very notable, popular, and captivating movies that people generally love. But more interestingly, people act like he's the only one criticizing these formulaic franchise movies that seem to dominate theaters. No, he's not the only one. A lot of directors and actors have criticized the quality of Marvel movies, even Marvel actors and actresses. Are they all wrong? No, of course they aren't. Scorsese is justified in the statements he made. Back in the days of Stanley Kubrick, Francis Ford Coppola, and Alfred Hitchcock, the artist side of movie making and the business side worked in tandem. A director made a movie with their clear artistic imprint on it, and the studio marketed the movie for audiences to watch. Nowadays, it seems more and more like movies are like WWE sets. Everything surgically arranged and put into place to ensure the best possible outcome to maximize profit. It is becoming rarer and rarer to see movies in theaters with clear artistic visions behind it. They have been relegated to the background in favor of more franchise movies that they believe will get more people to come to the cinema. So you can understand why Scorsese is worried. But there are still great movies made today. There are still wonderful and amazing directors releasing movies that explore interesting themes in fantastic ways. So, why do people not just watch these movies instead? Movies are more accessible than ever before with the advent of streaming sites, so accessibility isn't really an issue. So what is it then? Are people willingly watching mediocre movies? I think it's a bit more complicated than that. Urban Dictionary defines casual fans as fans who aren't particularly into their fandom. They enjoy it, know some trivia, see some movies, have some stuff. Everybody is a casual in at least one thing. You can't possibly be a passionate fan of art, movie, music, poetry, sports, politics, video games, and so on. There are too many subgenres and sub-subgenres in these things for you to be active in all of them. You are definitely going to be a casual in something. That is very much guaranteed. But it seems like these days, you don't have any choice but to be a casual. Life is very draining. People have less and less time to engage in the arts of the world because they are too busy fighting for life. In the ruthless capitalistic landscape where we spend more time working than we do living just for things to get generally worse for us, while the pockets of a select few get bigger and bigger. It is genuinely a never-ending nightmare. It is even made worse when you realize that a lot of the things you enjoy when you're not grinding yourself to the bone have been commercialized. Sports, movies, music, and the rest have been geared specifically to maximize the most profits attainable. Never-ending gambling ads when you're watching basketball or football. Generic movies and music relentlessly push us, and you don't have the strength to fight back because you are too busy working. So whatever form of entertainment that is closest to you will be accepted because no one has time to explore anything anymore. That is the way it is now, and that is the reason why now more than ever before, people are becoming casuals in the arts. I get it. What I can never get though are people who actively choose to defend these movies. A studio can serve up the most unimaginative slop as the 7th installment of a franchise, and you just know that there will be people fighting their last breath to defend it by calling it fun movies, and people should stop criticizing the slop and just vibe with it. They can unironically tell you that lighting, sound design, performances, set design, and writing can be better, but it is still a 7 over 10 movie. How does that even work? Why will you boldly defend a movie that you are aware of its mediocrity? Marvel or DC or Minions don't give a fuck about you. They are actively spitting on your intelligence by serving you this bullshit. You have no obligations to defend them. None at all. It is always so insane when people are criticizing this kind of movies and you get people defending them like it's a sports team they support. No, it's not. They are just a corporate entity. Please have some self-respect and demand better. We are approaching the end of this video. I know it has been long since I posted and I apologize. I will put more effort into being more consistent with my uploads. I also want to add that franchise movies can be legitimately good if there's a clear artistic vision, untainted by the business aspect, and also, there is nothing wrong with watching franchise movies, in case I didn't make that clear. What I find wrong is defending these franchises when they release subpar films. There are so many great films out there if you look for them. Thank you for watching this far. Please leave a like on this video and comment your thoughts. I'm very curious to know what you guys think about the things I talked about in this video. So yeah.